I hope you like it, because I've been really interested in playing this for a little while. You don't think you've heard of this game? It's not new, but it has incredible reviews on Steam.
Hello again. I guess it's time for us to chat,
Oh,
as
shit.
is our
Hold on. Holy shit.
routine. Not to imply that this is unwanted. In fact, I think I'm growing rather fond of you. You and I have shared a grand nothingness, and I feel as though your belly is a suitable embassy amidst the unknown above.
Okay. So I don't really know very much about this game. What I can tell you here, why don't I do this? I will read you a little synopsis. So, The Old City Leviathan is an experiment in first person exploration that focuses entirely on story. All that exists is you and the world, set in a decaying city from a civilization long past. The Old City Leviathan puts the player in the shoes of a sewer dwelling isolationist. That is what Steam has to offer us. But I was looking through, like, I don't know, possible puzzle slash, like, more calm games for us to play, and this piqued my interest, so we'll see. Uh, 31st of January. I often wonder how many times I have woken up to greet you. Hundreds, if not thousands, of days have gone by, surely. Can't believe you had not shown him to me. Solomon, my dear Solomon. I met him near the south side of this facility. We had a wonderful chat, and I don't want you to feel jealous. Friendship between us would never develop to eclipse my friendship with you, as he distanced himself from me after mentioning a woman named Belle. The poor fellow was unable to rid his mind of her. Some long lost friend from another old time, I think. I'm glad I'll never lose you, Leviathan. Our relationship is a special one. Okay, so Leviathan's a name. I'm assuming our name. So, this, Guo, I think, is like the bottom? Maybe? But there's another one like in the middle of the map, and then there's two skulls. I don't really like the skull thingies. I'm not a fan of that. 2nd of February, he said something about moving north towards happiness and contentment. I get the sense that this was simple sarcasm, but that often gives way to an actual desire. I do hope he finds what he is looking for. After all, he's making an effort to explore. That's more than I can say for the other minotaurs down here. What? Okay. The one whose residence is near the dumping point, for the clean water was bad enough, but the new one, this Moses character, does nothing but whine about his precious dwellers and their unwillingness to move. To be fair, he did leave the other day. He said he was meeting with the order camp somewhere north. Okay, so I'm guessing that the those are the minotaurs. Oh boy, on the map. Um 5th of February. He's back. Not Solomon, no, the other one. Moses just down the way. It's so hard to keep track of all the minotaurs these days. But I'm sure you know them well. You are a perceptive one, aren't you? Anyway, he's back, and I feel compelled to go and meet him again. I'm quite the social butterfly, I'll have you know. Granted, whenever I attempt dialogue, I usually get the same tired story about how insane I am or some other nonsense. Moses doesn't like me. He had the nerve to say that you don't exist. He said that I am some idiot bumbling around spewing my mind to you. Okay, interesting. 7th of February. The fool, he's made the switch. At least that's what they say. I made the switch once, and my mind has never fully recovered. I embraced void, but I resurfaced quickly enough to survive. Why have you done this, Moses? Why have you dived into uselessness? After I switched to the unclean water, I began to see the world for what it could be, the vast of nothingness. I can only rely on you to unveil reality again, Leviathan. Us, I'm assuming. You must show me what they have done and what this place is, lest I implode in my own abyss. 15th of April, he's gone. No longer will he exist as a parasite in your belly. He has made his escape, his journey to Tarshish? And I cannot help but feel as though he is brave in doing so. On the other hand, here I sit alone with nothing to show for myself. I've become static. I sit here consuming the supplies from the old city, never even considering what the sources might hold. Shall I continue to rot? Perhaps I should drink of the unclean water again. After all, if I am useless, there is no reason not to dissolve. No, I will continue. I will cling to sanity like a man lost in his hope, and I will cling to your innards like a parasite worm I am. 30th of November. It has been long enough. I have wasted away being useless for enough time to see that there must be a change. Tomorrow, Leviathan. Tomorrow I will make my journey. I will reach the surface, and I will find the old city. I will find the sources. Jonah. Okay. Sanity is a slippery thing. Oh boy, okay. So, that's fun. Oh, I'm gonna get so lost. Water source main, sewer main. Uh, let's go sewer main? Maybe? Can I? Oh boy. There's.
Admittedly, and please do not take offense, your innards sometimes frighten me. Even in the complete safety of a belly and to myself, there are places like this that I do not want to know.
Okay. Um, I'm starting to think that that map in our room, um, may have been something good for me to copy. You know? I I I'm starting to think that. Can I like no. Okay.
Would you be angry with me if I removed his work? I'm not exactly a fan. Before I assumed this portion of your stomach, he existed as a parasite, eating away at your flesh before making his escape. I'm told that he refused to accept the sustenance you haul in from the outside. Some say he went insane after attempting to live off of the unclean water. Poor fool.
Okay. We keep seeing this, like, this eye symbol. Okay, so January 24th, entry 1. This endeavor is new to me, but I suppose no other of my kind has written a journal of their discoveries, at least none that I have read. Why is that, I wonder? Why do the others, though spread thin in this hellhole, prefer talking to themselves aimlessly and without end? They wander in the dark, spewing their mind as if the walls themselves were engaging them. No matter. The walls will not hear my thoughts. No, my thoughts are for you, reader, whoever you are. January 25th, entry 2. I met with the Order camp near the down subway car today. It is always interesting how they and others down here have taken to living in our collective filth. Though I suppose the grass is always greener only when you see the other side. If I can plan some sort of coordination effort to get to the surface, I think we can travel much faster. What we need is a rigid system and cooperation. January 26th, entry 3. Back when I was dubbed Minotaur by the Council. Oh. So Minotaur doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they are. It's a title. I assume the title granted to me at least a modicum of authority over logistical affairs. This doesn't appear to be the case within the Order camp, however, as they've rejected me outright. The title seems to distance me from them. Sometimes I feel as though the council is no better than the ramble of pre-mods that they combated. The pre-mods themselves are almost entirely eliminated, but our current populace is just as stubborn and unwilling to change as their current status. Okay. Today, I decided to use a different tactic than pulling rank. I opted to use reason. As common dwellers, we are all aware that our supply of food and water and food is largely provided by the old city. It is clear that this entire supply is simply the leftovers of a much larger meal, a hand-me-down for some other entity in a much better financial situation. While this free sustenance is appreciated, would you rather find a source? Apparently, I alone have that sentiment. I'll try harder. February 3rd, entry 5. It has been a week since my last entry. I have tried everything. These people are intolerable. I've tried every measure of reason to no avail. They'd rather drink the old city's charity water than find its fountain. I don't know how much longer I can take this. Every time I give a reason to escape this underground purgatory, it becomes more evident to myself how badly I personally need to get out. And every time they refuse, it becomes more obvious how hopeless the situation really is. Whoa! No one sees, huh? Okay. This is a very interesting, place. Watch your step. Okay. I thought maybe this would be another residence, but apparently not. Hmm. Okay, yeah, this is the way that says exit. I... Oh. No smoking. Okay. Oh.
shall I ascend to your lungs and feel your breath? I think that would be lovely.
Uh-oh. I don't know what I did, y'all. I'm just wandering around. Can I go back up to 1?
Simple little animals, aren't they? Filthy, no doubt, but can you really blame them? I suppose that if I were to hate them for their nature, I would be just as filthy. It's an odd position. To hate a rat for being a rat is to make oneself a rat all the same.
What the fuck happened here? Are these cigarette butts? Yeah, it looks like it. This is like creepy in like a sad and like eerie sort of way. You know? There's that fucking eye again. Oh. Storage. But there's people here. Because there's candles.
What's down there? No one ever told me. Not that I know anyone. Apparently, after the Guild took this area from the Order, they felt the need to block off the tunnel leading to an access point dumping into the unclean water. Everyone knows not to drink it, so why block the path?
Okay. What's down this way? I don't know what that says. Whoa. Holy ground. Oh boy. This is the Greater Eye. Humble servant of the Greater Eye. Well, okay. Let's read this then. On the question of tactics, I should note that truth is still presented through the use of a vessel. That is to say, passive tactic is not a tactic at all. We must be active. We must present correct ideology through any means necessary, because this world is a harsh, terrible place that deserves only an equally harsh and terrible vigilance. It is for this reason that our militant efforts are justified. Indeed, it is unfortunate that the Order stands in the way of what is right, yet truth must be compatible with itself. The Greater Eye watches as we fight for a revealed light. Our activism may manifest itself in the destruction of those unwilling to see, but that manifestation is only a sin to those addled by contemporary perspective. Future generations will look upon our conquest and see the fruits of those willing to stand up for a good idea, a correct idea. They will see our certainty and they will thank us for bringing a new world of perfection into existence. Evil is a cancer whose only cure is something that they now mistakenly see as a mutilation. They may accuse us of villainy, and the simple minotaurs and unaligned dwellers alike, but it is apathy working against them. They prefer to dream of perfect worlds rather than to create them in reality. We, the Guild, are not so idealistic. Realism, my brothers and sisters. Realism and activism are the key to a brighter Eschaton? Okay. Thus, we will continue. We will continue to make raids against the Order camps that have infested the northern portion of the island. Oh, we're on an island. If the unknowing refuse to acknowledge their problematic ideas, they will also burn. Having stormed the northeastern sewer outlet and this facility, we will continue to haul the carcasses of the dead to East Access. Maybe that's why they blocked it off. The others may see it as butchering, as if the dead are but chum, but the ever-increasing supply of bodies makes their dismemberment a necessity, if only for the sake of transportation. Take charge of those ideas that you hold true, brothers and sisters. Take charge of them and fight for them. Ideas do not fight for themselves. We must make incremental steps as individuals, small steps of faith that will produce sweeping changes for mankind. Our leap is but a small step when the destination is already something that we hold true. It is the rest of humanity that must evolve. Humblest servant of the greater I. Okay. Did we just walk into like some kind of cult thing? Is that what happened? I'm starting to think so. Well, there's a gun. Can I have the gun? I feel like I feel better with it. And like a little library and everything. Wow, this is incredibly creepy. Okay. Oh, I didn't know we could click on these. There was one in the other area. Ah, shit. Okay. Well.
I don't think I'm a particularly condescending person. I'm just frustrated. I don't understand why we have to keep doing this. This conflict. Unfortunately, telling a group of people what they're doing incorrectly communicates that you yourself are doing that thing correctly. If only that were true. If only I was above this, rather than beneath everything.
Okay. West Treatment Facility, I'm assuming? Intelligence received notice of captured prisoner named Bell. Oh, we read about Bell. Execute on suspicion of espionage. Locate conspiring operative Solomon, likely to be in your ranks. Use extreme caution. Sending investigator. Objectives: push north towards subway axis. Aid will come from sea. Intelligence notice of execution received. Notice of investigator arrival received. Leave water treatment facility. Secure subway access. Tunnel blocked via explosives. Bypass. Secure Jerusalem and push east. Okay. Interesting. I still have so many questions. Are y'all like following this? Are you intrigued as I am? Because I have no idea what's going on and I'm actually kind of okay with it. Okay, that's East Access.
What is this?
Also, every time the voice speaks, I get kind of jump scared a little. Please tell me this isn't the bodies in the bags. Oh, why are we shaking?
What are you protecting me from? I must see it. I must see what they've done. I must see the extent of Nineveh's fruits, and I must see what they've done to you. Tarshish is nothing but a distant glimmer on the banks of void. There is nowhere now but you, and you must let me explore your guts like the parasitic worm I am. Let me see the decay. Let me see the stagnation.
I can't move forward. Okay.
Leviathan! Open these doors! Open them now!
Oh.
What have they done?
Okay, let's not dwell on that. We read about it, but I don't need to dwell on it. Okay. Oh boy. Oh. Oh fuck. Okay.
I've had enough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I would like to leave now. I am good. I can't leave. Okay.
You were right. I'm not ready. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We're in a kid's bedroom.
It's a horrible cycle, this existence. I reach out to connect with them. Again and again I try, only to discover that nothing has changed. So I return home. Progression is lost, and I restart the cycle. I just want to sail.
Whoa. Contentment is a dream that they will never realize, neither will you. Okay, this is beautiful. Okay. We're here again. Great. I don't remember if we've seen everything. We probably haven't. Which is why the game is like, here you go. Go again. So we went downstairs. Oh, we haven't been through here.
It's funny how they all hoard the same supplies. All of it from the old city, and all of it wasted.
Okay. We're just
Would you grant me
exploring.
another ascent?
Oh.
I've explored your innards. Let me scale your back.
What the fuck? Oh my god, how high are we going? Oh, no. Okay. So we had me, them, and now us.
It's always struck me as odd that evil is never self-aware. I mean, the most horrendous actions, these conglomerate endeavors of warring cabals, are caused by the best intentions. So all that's left is this grand suspicion of idiocy. Good intentions are moot under the control of a ludicrously stupid idea. But my contribution is hardly an appropriate contrast. I would like to argue that my contribution is non-existent. and thus superior to their negative impact. But the truth is, we're all infinitely terrible for not contributing at all, be it through neutrality or detriment.
Do we know who the voice is? I don't think we do. Whoa. Okay. I did not think we would be going outside, to be honest. I kind of figured we'd be underground the entire time. Somebody wrote heathen. Okay. West Treatment Facility. Intelligence investigator missing. Order operative Solomon, possibly within ranks. Proceed to Northeast Docks. After securing, investigate ranks. Possible assassination attempt. Proceed with extreme caution. Greater Eye is watching. Okay. The game literally will not let me just drop. I just tried it. They said no shortcuts. Oh, I'm so getting lost. Oh, no, we're fine. Oh, we found another one. I don't know what these do, but I like touching them. We get notes to unlock. I can't access them from here, though. I think I have to access them from the main menu.
Perhaps I should kill myself.
Whoa.
It's a rather funny thought, actually. The standard reason for suicide entails depression. A sad portrait of a weak mind. But my desire for death is far more utilitarian. I feel as though I am useless. And I gather that this feeling is similar to what the others have felt. I do not suppose that any of them felt any particular brand of gloom before the end. Just a single shade of grey. At any rate, I prefer this situation to its emotional alternative. We Minotaurs are only different in that we're honest.
A Minotaur.
We see what our species has become. We see the disease, and we see that there's no cure. What then, Should I linger until I grow old and die, affecting nothing and assuming the role of sewage? No. I'm beginning to feel as though the only honorable route is a swift end. Time has changed from an agent of death to an agent of cleanliness, wiping away existence like some sort of cosmic and crematory disposal. And I best incinerate myself before the universe is forced to deal with me through age.
All right. Okay, so this is the first time we've seen that on the walls. So, okay, it looks like water treatment is where we are. And the subway access is possibly further east? than what we are now, if I'm understanding the orientation of where we stand. I think I'm about done with it. I don't know how much. I don't know how long I can continue searching for Jerusalem and why the hell they call it that anyway. I suppose that when the narrative of the old city fails you, the only thing left is to generate your own. That's precisely what they did, isn't it? Why find the source of the water when you have the destination, yes? Pathetic. Just because of what could be in there, beyond the walls, beyond the conflict, and beyond the leap. What's the leap? What enlightenment awaits us inside? Do you not want to see it? Is our status as unknowing something I should feel proud of? Why can we not progress? 55. I'm sick of living off charity water. If the water from the inland really is the only viable option for sustenance, I would rather die than continue to exist with the same unchanging fruits of an undiscovered tree. Shall I brave the unclean waters? Let us see how impure this swill really is. 56. It has now been 5 days since I made my switch to unclean water, and I must say I'm feeling very little difference, if anything. I'm slightly disappointed. I was expecting some massive psychological change, some shift of my original consciousness. I now feel almost no allegiance to the unknowing or their ideas, but that could simply be because of my recent frustrations with them, rather than the clean water being in some way the source. There's a whale doll! Wait, that's adorable. Oh. I don't know which way it came from. I have no idea which way we came from. Wasn't this way. But there's a note. 57. Oh, okay, we're finding the right path then, maybe. 15 days in and still no effect. A sham then, yes? The waters from the inland are no different than the waters of Sheol? Incredible, truly incredible. Here I sat, wasting away, thinking that the inland could provide us with some new perspective, some enlightenment, some answers, but no. The inland is just as pointless as the rest of it. The world has truly fallen. Okay. This is a very interesting place. Down into negativity. 58. It has now been 3 days and 3 nights since I started drinking from Sheol. I must say, I feel fantastic. I feel like a new man, a changed man, a man with no purpose, and a man on the edge of suicide. Is it not wonderful? What? Look around you, the lack of all things, meaning, reason, all gone. Isn't it truly amazing? I have never been happier, you know. If only the others knew how pointless the inland waters were. If only they could hear the beauty of nothingness call us from distant shores. Okay, this is getting a little bit scary. I'm not sure I like the mind of this person that we are following. And there's kid blocks. Unveil the void. Oh my god. Okay. The end of it. Can you hear it too? I remember when I could only hear it. Now I can see it as well, and the sight is grand. Don't worry, my dear reader. One day you'll see it as well, and you too will answer the call of the void. One day you'll see the vastness of nothingness. You will see the shores of our homeland disintegrate, and you will see the reality of instability, the destruction of everything we revealed in all of its glory. Prepare yourself, for your time will come, and in that moment, I hope you will have courage to remove your consciousness from this shared abyss. Join me in the void, Jonah. Oh, fuck. Okay. Uh-oh. Why is it now red? And why is there a dead body? Are we like uncovering the stories of the people that lived here? And once we do find their fate, like their physical form takes place here? Oh. Okay. Interesting, but also a little scary. I think this is the way we came down. So I'm gonna go the other way. Yeah, we went here before. Well, we saw that room. And, oh, no, this is the way we came down. Okay, we'll go back the other way. This is me running, by the way. The speed at which we are moving. So fast. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Oh, that was not like that before. We came down through here and then we went across here into that door. Oh. Okay. Subway access. Okay. That's... I'm assuming like the world will like fill itself in as we uncover like more of the story. Oh, chapter 4. We're back in the
I
little
don't know
kid
why
room.
we exist in self-destroying structure. We all share a fondness for that which is correct, and we're all certain that we have it. But there must be a way for that loyalty to flourish without burning the last shreds of coexistence between our species. That is, a species that is primarily defined by its diversity. I don't know if I'm arrogant for assuming that my desire for progress is any indication of my task as a catalyst, but I tried to find Tarshish already. Only in my attempted escape did you find me, and I do not believe that you found me without reason.
That's different. And beautiful. Wait, is that a statue? Oh my god. It's a minotaur. What? I just want to go like look at everything. We're in like a floating city with a minotaur sculpture also floating. What?
These dreams act as mirrors. Like passive portraits of the complexities of the human mind, they paint self, just as ideas paint the universe. Dreams truly are the most honest form of introspection, even if I can only use them as an escape.
Perhaps contentment is nothing but stagnation. Perhaps the dream was never meant to be realized. Can I go in here? I can.
Of course, if this mirror is to be trusted, then I'm just as vile as the others. The contrast between my reality and this one tells me that I do not belong here. The only thing I have that they do not is a fondness for this new world.
It's moving. Oh my god, it's moving. Oh, I'm a little scared of it. Like, fuck. There's nowhere else for me to go. I don't want to. Oh boy. Oh no. I didn't know I could just walk off the ledge. Okay, I think I was supposed to do that. Oh my god. That bird was scary.
I actually knew the man who lived here. I believe his name was Solomon, though he insisted that the matter was irrelevant. During the few times we spoke, he seemed ungrateful to the point of mental masochism. He, he would consistently act as though you have somehow maliciously trapped him within your confines, to limit what can be done with the outside. I, of course, know you better. You and I have a special relationship.
Okay. Yeah, I got a little scared there for a second when I walked off the edge. Okay. Dear Solomon, I'm not sure if you're going to receive this, but I hope it gets to you somehow. I miss you. Why did you leave? I don't understand. I know you went north, but I wish you would have told me why. It was never Abraham. I never loved him. I love you, Solomon. And I don't know if it's my fault or yours that we never were together. I feel like I made a lot of mistakes. I should have told you how I felt. But it's just too hard to know sometimes. I didn't know if any of it was real, you know? Maybe us being together was just a dream. Anyway, Abraham is gone now, and I'm coming to find you. I'm just near the water treatment facility, and I know the sorts of places you love to make your home. Look for me in the area. I want to see you again. With love, Belle. Part of me is tempted to see if I can walk off the edge. And the other part's like, don't do it. My god, this place is massive. How am I ever gonna find all the stuff?
It's true. My world is by no means ideal, And to say this is to admit to having an ideal at all, but that ideal is far beyond my reach. I dream of worlds where humanity ceases to fight over what they're certain of, but those worlds are not a reality. Truth must be compatible with itself.
I feel like I'm in a university philosophy class again. I kind of dig it. Page 679, Order of the Cosmos. The Order is one of three ideological groups that spawn from the formation of the Council. See Council of Modernity. Their ideology consists of a staunch atheism. Members were initially concerned that survivors would rebuild a society with what they called the mistakes of the past. With the structures gone post-fall, they saw a danger in regressing to a barbaric religious state where society suppresses unbelievers. However, as of writing this encyclopedia, the order has become more generally concerned with presenting atheism as the only sensible possibility. Their methodology for achieving this goal is based primarily on discussion. Their belief is that progress can only be made through discussion, and the fact will win out over falsehood given an honest dialectic approach. Okay. I really like how we're just getting like bits and pieces, but the amount of like world building going on is incredible. Oh, Minotaur maze, maybe? Oh, we got
Before
another
the
note.
fall, I had access to a monolithic complex of voices. My parents would simply drop me off with the instruction to learn. Vague, certainly, but the uncharted nature of the command provided me the freedom to let my interest plot the course. My travels picked up in speed as the voices became stronger, pulling me ashore to distant lands where discovery welcomed me with open arms.
Hmm. Okay, 161. Oh, we read 167 just now? Council of Modernity. After the global incident in somewhere, survivors divided themselves into three distinct groups based on belief structures. Post-fall, the ideological concerns that people still remained while structures failed to support the conflict. So, what was the debate given what was a debate gave way to violence. The council's primary role is to organize people into categories, thus allowing discussion between the larger parties to take place in a non-violent manner. Members of these categories were labeled dwellers. Anyone unaligned with the available overarching ideologies is actively called to adopt the title of Minotaur. Oh. Okay. The council was officially formed in something, and up to the writing of this encyclopedia to preserve voices on request of the council, there have been only three ideological groups. Okay. What's over here? Page 334, Guild of the Greater Eye. The Guild is one of three ideological groups that spawned from the formation of the Council. Their ideology consists of basic theism. Post-fall, prior religions lost their structure, so a sort of individualism took place. This effectively shattered any theological differences. This faction agreed to unite under the assumption that a deity does not exist, even if its deity's exact definitions varied amongst the members. The one understanding that the members all share. Oh shit, it's blocked out. This ideological group's major goal is to rebuild a society that allows for freedom of religious expression. The primary method of achieving this at the present is through education. Under the regulations agreed upon by the council at large, the guild's methodology consists of presenting the possibility of a life outside the physical and an entity not bound by physical laws. So it looks like another minotaur is like to the right and down, if I'm assuming, if I'm like understanding that correctly. Oh, there's so much to look at. Let's go to the red door. Oh. Okay. Oh no. No, don't take me somewhere else. I was learning. Is that a boat? It's a boat. One giant leap for man, one small step for mankind. The hands. Okay.
But if he could only have seen your qualities, your utilitarian and defensive necessity.
Oh. I'm not sure that I like that I was right about the world filling in and all of that. I... Let's just try the exit first.
Perhaps his dreams were a ladder leading to uselessness. Perhaps my dreams are the same.
One small step for a man, another useless corpse for mankind. Interesting. Minotaur. The Minotaurs were elected as moderators in the discussions between the three ideological groups of the Council. Their usefulness is directly related to their ability to maintain fairness, instrumental in preventing violent outbreaks and infighting. The Minotaurs do not align with any particular ideology. They act as free agents in a discussion between the three established factions. Major source of support for the Minotaurs is another party named Leviathan, I'm assuming. In the old city, which is now quarantined because of something. Oh boy. Can I go out this way? I can. I feel like there are so many chapters that I could go back and redo.
How much do you know of the old world? Did you even exist? Were you thrown overboard when your fall occurred, floundering in a new and terrifying negativity? My transition was not a comfortable one, so in this we can feel a measure of companionship.
Okay, so that says the old city, and this is Sheol, which we've seen before. We've seen that word. And there's like subway cars and wow. It's hauntingly beautiful. This area. Well, the entire thing, really.
Books on top of books on top of books. Voices creeping in from the vasts of a larger and more ancient world, now trapped in the claustrophobia of narrow minds and cold halls.
No. Okay. I'm trying
The
to
old
like...
world was worthy of the waters that still flow from the inland. These green pipes that provide us with the basic sustenance we need for a pointless existence are nothing but charitable structures for an already stagnant populace. In this sense, our ideas never change because we rejected the source for its fruits.
Why is there an arrow pointing to a wall? Like, oh, we got a big book. When we discovered this cache of voices, the larger goal was already clear. We aimed to unveil truth in all of its objective and simple nature. Voices are nothing but relics of ancient discovery, and as obsolete as the old findings are, they may still act as ladders to a more complete picture of understanding. Fact, you see, fact is unchanging and ultimately understandable. It is only in fact that our allegiance should reside. I hope you will permit me to say, my dear fellows, that fact does not respect our personal bonds, so even in community we should exhibit no final loyalty. What is more, any respect for those who consider to ignore fact is indefensible. Namely, the guild and their rather simple brand of acolytes, shall we say, are not to be tolerated. Yes, the unknowing are also similarly detestable. While the guild distorts truth, the unknowing reject it outright. An obtuse concept, surely. After all, are we considered are we to consider their position untrue by nature of their claim? No. Truth is a simple thing, beautiful in all of its grandeur and connected nature. The whole of the thing, the object, is singular. It is only under the lens that truth becomes more complex. These simpletons would have rejected the connections of our findings. They would have to ignore the simple and singular nature of a grander cosmos in favor of some other singular fantasy, as if fact is a slave to some other imaginary and entirely unfounded voice. Moreover, it should be noted that tradition in respect to voices functions to obscure fact itself. Like a great cloud, a blight, tradition draws lesser minds away from fact towards ignorance. This evil cannot be tolerated, and its followers, guild or unknowing, should be assaulted with every measure of cruelty that they so mindlessly show us. Do what you must, defile, burn, torture, and eradicate. Fact must prevail for the good of all. We must annihilate this illusion of the dream. Dreams are for those who cannot understand. Fact, my dear fellows, fact is what will gild us to a brighter tomorrow, a more comfortable future. Listen to these voices for the distant impressions that fact has left on times long past. Beyond this, they are worthless. Beyond their minimal connection to the larger singular cosmos, they are chaff. Tradition is nothing but the inhibition of revelation, the blocking force between us and understanding. The source should be worthless beyond what is already provided. To regress to the source would be a de-evolution. Okay. To overseer principal of the Northwest Quad. You see a dweller named Bale, restrain her immediately. We are certain that she has defected to the guild cause, and she should not be allowed to harm your garrison with any form of espionage. Intelligence has confirmed that her defection is indeed a fact. She may try to persuade you that she is simply escaping guild captivity, but this is not the case. Use whatever means necessary to extract guild information from her. Order intelligence. Notice has been received that Belle is being protected by the guild. The information she has about our encampments may compromise the area. As a precaution, send units 8, 4, 7, and 15 down the tunnels to the docks. We'll be sending explosives to block off your subway access point. This will leave you and your family alone with a single unit of infantry. It is imperative that you stay and maintain this area. Even in personal bonds, we must exhibit no final loyalty. Of course, while I'm sure this precautionary measure will prove ultimately unnecessary, we will have to block our communication for several months. If anything does happen, it was a pleasure serving with you. One day, our certainty will win out over the evil of the guild, and truth will be apparent to all. They're... okay. Excuse me? That was a wall before. That was a wall. When we went in that room. Okay. Oh boy, we're going down. Very far. Oh no, we're going to the void. Again. I hope we get to find out what happened to Belle. Oh, oh, it's beautiful. Whoa. Wait, Minotaurs are Cyclops as well? Or at least this one is.
I have to believe that my dreams have some worth, lest I loose the same anchor into show. I have to believe that creation itself can bring life to cyclical demise.
Harshish is manifesting piece by piece. All you can do now is hope that the Eschaton sees its fruits. This is beautiful. Wow. Okay. Oh no. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, are we outside? We are. Oh, okay. Now leaving the old city.
Escape can take many forms, I see.
The, I'm assuming it's blood, but it's like rainbow. Odd.
They all do the same thing. They all claim a certainty that makes the certainty of others moot. Yes, yes, again and again I know. Truth must be compatible with itself. But is that not illusory? Is truth itself not something that is in essence unattainable? My realism's present, but so are my dreams. And to claim otherwise is a dream all the same. It's as if they have dreamt of a world without dreams. It's as if their world is one in which truth has revealed itself in an anthropomorphic turn, allowing us all to see it clearly and grasp it amidst the darkness. Sad, yes, that we all see a different beacon. Now,
Did you have a good
all
nap?
I see is void, and I do not know what's left other than to give up and stagnate in your belly. I may not have their full sense of certainty, but as of now, I cannot present an alternative. Truth must be compatible with itself, but that is irrelevant when truth is outside our reach. Onward with conflict, then. and onward with my labyrinth.
It really is a labyrinth, isn't it? So this is the area I'm assuming that they blocked off. Yeah. That's the area that they said that they would block off in the last letter that we read. Hmm. Our dream.
One of the larger unknowing camps is nearby. Their lack of organization tends to make it difficult for them to avoid the conflicts between the Guild and the Order. Of course, the unknowing themselves make their own little raids. This results in it being difficult to maintain any sense of pity. Regardless, I'm sure the onslaught was horrendous. People never fight harder than when someone else attempts to uproot their anchor, even if that someone only does so by existing.
Oh. Okay. Let me just check to see how long this is. I want to just know how many. There's 10 chapters. Okay. We're good. Oh, now we're starting to see bullet holes. Let's do the non-exit. Oh. Well, that's where we just were. Oh. Oh, wow. I want to go in there. 3rd of October. I guess we thought this would be some sort of haven and a light on a hill. We thought we could hide away from what the other dwellers were doing to each other. Although we hated them just as much as they hated us, I guess we thought we were simply right, making us exempt from the conflict. It's all backwards, you know. I mean, I get it. The world fell, yes. Everything went to shit. It's just that I think we assumed people would be largely the same after the old world left us. But just listen to me. I sound like a minotaur, speaking in circles about how terrible we all are, with not a friend in the world to comfort me. It's funny how I thought of them as antisocial, insufferable, and worst of all, arrogant. Now I feel as though I see the point of the isolation. I hate that it has to be this way. Oh, we're seeing locks now. Before it was the eye. There's a cave. Welcome to Jerusalem.
All of our dreams at their core involve some sort of contentment. This is the one desire we all share, but is it a goal that really should be met? After finding contentment, what then? Where is there left to explore after the last temporary comforts of happiness have been extracted?
Point. Is there more that way? There is. Okay. Where are we? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's what I was looking at before. Uh-oh. That's a lot of blood. Oh, it's from fish. The, the blood is from the fish. Okay. Makes me feel slightly better. 5th of October, everyone abandoned Jerusalem after we caught word that the guild force was continuing onward past the minor order camp near the subway access point. It's just me now. I have several options in front of me, but only 3 that really matter at this present. Firstly, I could simply rejoin in my old unknowing group that has now left our Jerusalem. This is particularly unwanted because of our recent disagreement. Second, I could wait here and die when the guild inevitably takes its place. But the third option is what intrigues me. What if I went the Minotaur route? It's astonishing to me that I'm even considering it, given their apparent outlook on life, but there's something about the journey itself. There's something about the world, a massive world, that can only really be seen by making one's own small world small. From what I can tell, you essentially have to deconstruct your own universe in order for the larger macrocosm to take over. It says Leviathan. Okay. Hmm. I wonder who that person is.
Our island is plagued with the fruits of a collective mental landscape that defines us as desperately holding on to something correct. So there is no place to hide without truly secluding or perhaps risking the inland. On some level, I feel as though I cannot blame the dwellers. Their zeal for truth is commendable. They're fighting for something rather than keeping it to themselves. They're acting instead of hiding. Still, must cruelty be the manifestation of certainty? If only truth did not need to be compatible with itself. If only we didn't need an anchor to be right. If only we could sail instead of collecting dust on the memories of voyages past.
That's really sad about that whale. 6th of October, so a day later. Alright, it's time. I've made my decision. The guild will be here in 3 days' time, and my venture in isolation awaits. It's odd that I never required any sort of dubbing. I remember that the old Minotaurs, the ones who still remember the pre-fallen world, acquired the title after breaking from the council. It's all rather stupid. Modernity, they called themselves. Members of the guild, order, and the unknowing all gathered together to make decisions on who is what before the conflicts even began. All it took was one spark, a single disagreement between people entrenched in their own ideas, to initiate an infinite turmoil the guild called it heresy. The order called it ignorance, and we unknowing sat around screaming about their need to be educated so as to stop the oppression, to think the ideas weren't even their own. Their ideas came straight from the old city. Yes, I have seen how this works. These green pipes, these charitable structures, they are the root of our entrenchment. Well, no longer. I will find the source. I'll go this way. Poor whale. The floodgates? You gonna go make some coffee? Sounds good. Did you have a good nap? Oh, we got another big book. Oh boy. Eyes of God upon us. Just eyes, no perspective. Oh, it won't. Okay, there we go. But the narrative. If only they could have seen that we all see. Every last one of us. Dwellers, Minotaurs, pre-mods, all of us. We all see. Every last man, woman, and child on this island can truly see. It is simply that we all see a different narrative. different truth, oppression of the diversity of voices. Yes, the diversity of truth is what makes truth a nonsensical enterprise fit only for those who would oppress. The rules are gone, yes, gone. And there is nowhere to return to but the truth of all truth. These voices of old are yet more narrative for the mixing pot of our time, the great soup of numerosity that is our species. We should welcome them. We should embrace their absolute correctness as a lack of correctness itself. What can be known? Nothing. What can be understood? Nothing. Impression is a monopoly of a narrative where other narratives could lie, you fools. You absolutely insane mongrels. I hate you. I hate you all in your non-competitive Naria? I'm assuming it says narrative, but it got cut off. I'm sorry to do forgive me, please, but only in my love for our collective narrative can I condone the rejection of our entirely problematic oppression. Idiots. Truth must be compatible with itself, you say. No, truth must be allowed. I reject the singular nature of your universe, O order, and your pretension. I reject the infallible nature of your tradition, guild, and I reject every last one of you preposterous nuisances who would stifle my narrative. My narrative is a dream. Would you suggest that there is a reality that is not my own, not your own, and not of anyone to have ever thought? You fool. You pretentious, arrogant fool. There are no dreams. There is only a multiplicity of narratives that all show an equally diverse truth that aligns itself with the experience of those who would be willing to live, to imagine. I will kill you, oh you oppressors. I will not hesitate to cut the heads off every last one of you stupid buffoons and drink the blood of your useless corpses. I stand for the right of people, the right of all people, and to their own truth. Come forth those who would destroy my narrative and show your vile and disgusting nature. I am certain that you are wrong, you cretins, and I will not stop you until you allow our voices and all of their diversity to be heard. Hey, when we started reading these books, like the big books, I was a little bit unsure if I liked what they were saying. But that one, vying for everybody's voices to be heard, I thoroughly enjoyed. Okay, there's a door, but what's over here? Water. Okay. That's new. We haven't seen that little figure before. Uh-oh. Have we been here already? I don't know. I'm assuming not. Oh. Well. Yeah, that's new. And that's a highway. Looks like. Yeah, we can't go that way. There's no door. Okay. There is a door at this one, though. As unsettling as this whole area is, I think I would like to visit it. Like to explore. Behemoth. Oh, okay. I'm back in this room again. Oh, this is the same place. Put aside Leviathan. Explore your dreams until the world fades and progress is maintained. This is beautiful.
I remember the exact moment. I remember the slight touch of ocean air passing over my skin as I stared aimlessly into the afternoon sky. It's interesting how, though generally more depressing, I actually preferred a cloudy sky to a clear one. Two vast expanses of blue separated do not have that quality of diversity that a more speckled display boasts. This is not to say that a cloudy sky is wholly unfortunate, because there were moments amidst the grey that I learned to dwell in. I learned to live in the moments where the heavens would tear through the sky as if digging through dirt, creating little bursts of pastel light in the otherwise desaturated gloom. It's as if clouds are nothing but a frame. I wonder if without them, happiness would turn into a flat portrait of stagnation.
Oh. Make the leap. We've read about the leap before. We haven't really gotten any information about it. Wow. Whoa. It's moving. Like the bird. Wow. Cool. The A's have a little snooze. 9. The leap. Oh, we're in the subway now.
We're almost there, Leviathan. The final step between me and the old city's upon us. I wish I could take you along.
No? Oh, I can go up. Okay. I was confused momentarily. This is so normal in comparison to the rest.
Me? After all, I could never forget you. And how can I even begin to thank you for all that you've done for me? You protected me from a world that I was too weak to bear. But now the distant shores of another reality are calling me home. To something I've never seen before. A dangerous and unpredictable world lies ahead of me. But I'm ready to let loose the sails.
Looked like a giant satyr unless it was a minotaur? Yeah, I don't really know. The minotaurs up until...
Here it is. The leap. Goodbye, my old friend.
Watch your step? Oh boy. Okay. Oh. We're supposed to just walk off the edge? What the hell? 10, the new.
If this final dream before the new is to be trusted, then all life follows the pattern of broken progression. Some call it redemptive history, still others call it galvanization, yet the trajectory is undoubtedly the same. We exist on a familiar shoreline, with the waters lapping at our feet. We look back and see an explored and thus frozen world. Then, as if subconsciously recognizing the need for change, we dive into a prison of even further inactivity. My prison was my only friend, it seems, but even he saw fit to spit me upon a new shore.
What is this? A fish? Looks kind of like a fish. Yeah. There's people! This is the first time we've seen a live person. The one constant between the factions is a distrust in this new world, the world of ideas. Then again, this makes sense given that their ideas are not truly their own. What's most interesting to me is that their ideas are based on essentially nothing, which is by no means a bad thing if only they could recognize it. They have the same core in Abyss, but the deduction can still function. I understand the need to push their ideas to make them win out in this abstract world they share with the others, because truth must be compatible with itself. However, once the core is unveiled as void, one cannot be certain that their own ideas are the most fit for survival. Thus, the ideas need to do battle with themselves, and by themselves in the world of the mirrors, the dream. If truth must be compatible with itself, making it singular and unchanging, you need only let your ideas, the ones that you hold dear, exist in the same space, the same dream as the others that you reject. The mind will never be able to see truth in its fullest extent, but this sea of minds we call humanity will uncover it piece by piece. The ideas are left alone to do their work. Not through violence, rules, activism, or education will the ideas evolve. Only through idealism can the ideas be truly changed for good. Marginal effect, yes, but we must make giant leaps as individuals towards the ideal, knowing that it will result in only a small step for mankind, because your experience and your individuality is worth nothing in the light of the greater and entirely imaginary Eshton. You cannot expect the others to take this leap with you. Rather, you can only model the leap for future minds. You can only point in the direction of the ideal, rushing towards it with all of your might, knowing that you would never reach it in 1,000 ages. You will never see the dream realized. It is for this reason that this new world is useful beyond escape. Nineveh needs only the ideas and nothing more. Not destruction, not legal action, not social reform, and not decay. Nineveh only needs the ideas and the ideas alone. You need them as well, and you must resist the urge to sail into oblivion Tartarshish. Rather, sail into discovery. Sail to a world where your ideas die and new ones take their place, so you can bring back your findings to the world, to Nineveh, and enjoy their fruits. Truth, stupid ideas, to die with stupid people. Trust, stupid ideas. Jonah. Hmm. Whoa. It's a statue. It's not real. Oh, okay. I got kind of excited. I thought there was an actual person.
I won't lie. I do miss Leviathan. It wasn't his fault that I was a parasite. But was he necessary at all? After being cast out, was devolution in his stomach the appropriate next step? Why couldn't I have simply washed ashore to the old city?
Hmm.
Perhaps Leviathan existed for me to discover him, even if that which I explored was my prison. Perhaps I simply needed to see the stagnation before evolving.
Who are we?
When I was a child, I was given a rowboat. I wanted to sail, so the universe built me a galleon. How unfortunate that, when I got older, I no longer wished to explore.
Belief and deduction. It is actually quite sad. I really like these like fish sculptures.
I am going to explore again. I'm going to board my vessel and sail into an unknown world to dream all the more. I'll leave this dream behind to feel the sand of other shores in my hand, and let it loose as I travel inward towards newness. First, however, I'll make one last dive into abyss.
Sometimes my character gets stuck, so I have to jump. This is where I have to jump? Yup. Oh, there's a lot of leaps of faith. Oh, said that there were 10 chapters. Now we're on to 11. Oh, I'm underwater.
Here lies my captor, the great sleeping fish. My
But
foundation's been disintegrated. I'm left with nothing but void. However, the baby of belief need not be thrown out with the bathwater of certainty. An assertion from an assumption is still an assertion, making any deduction from that foundation subject to critique. I may not be able to deduce from a place that I know to be true, but that which I deduce from my dreams must still be compatible with itself.
That made my brain so happy to hear all of that just now. I don't know why, but it made my brain smile, if that makes sense.
I think I was wrong. Dover isn't where my dreams died. It's where one dream took over. I dreamt that I had no dreams. I dreamt that Dover smothered my belief with certainty. In truth,
Whoa.
a truth that I cannot know, Dover ran red. The dream of realism created a monopoly of comfortable stagnation that held me hostage until I could do nothing but cling to Leviathan's innards for safety. My belief was not truly killed, it was captured. One belief was deemed more true than another, and I convinced myself that I was correct. I convinced myself that I could be correct. What if this dream's monopoly was disintegrated? What if I could explore a multiplicity of dreams, never quite knowing which ones are a reality? Truth must be compatible with itself, but what happens when truth is unattainable?
Tiny Minotaur statues.
Solomon saw the illusion for what it was. He saw that the lack of dreams was a dream itself. His downfall was in his pessimism, however. He saw the manifesting process of dreams to be too slow. But of course it is, my dear Solomon. The dreams will never manifest in our lifetime, but that's where they have their worth. The dream, the ideal, is an object whose grasp should never be fully achieved. It is in the desire for the object that our true desire should lie. We should desire to desire, and in presenting the ideal to a fallen world, we will make incremental steps towards perfection as the eschaton approaches. One giant leap for a man, one small step for mankind, Solomon.
There's so many places to go.
The Dweller's dreams could function within themselves, from their foundation, as long as the factions recognize that foundation as a dream. What point would there be in conflict if the dreams cannot truly be controlled? They have their dreams and they cannot assert which is superior. So why not sail?
Oh. GUO. Guild Unknowing Order. Oh. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, you can leap back down? Oh no. Where am I going?
would tell myself that the real world has shown itself like a clear blue sky, spotless in its vast and flat nature. I tricked my own mind into believing that belief itself was not present. Now that the illusion has been revealed, I'm left believing that I can't know. Truth must be compatible with itself based on a starting point I can't prove. I can't assert which dream is not a dream at all because they're all just dreams. Why not discover the dreams I can't control, rather than hiding portions of them away to let what I was certain of flourish?
The hell is that? Oh, I do not like the look of that. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, let's just go in the whale. That's a good idea.
One last look at my cage. One last dive into the abyss of negativity. A terrible world full of terrible people, yes, but that can be changed. Epistemic humility can regress to the deconstruction of stagnation. What I previously thought to be stagnation itself, the lack of any true knowledge, is simply the deconstruction of an anchor, freeing us to traverse the unexplored.
There's a building. In the whale.
I swam the depths. I confronted the bottom of the redemptive checkmark. I was far more negative than those who still cling to certainty, but that's part of the progression. It's part of the broken progression. In this respect, we cannot improve without first deconstructing. Now, all that's left is to rise to the surface, board my vessel, and set sail for a new and terrifyingly uncertain world. The old city has called, and I wish that more would have the bravery to join me on my journey.
Oh. I don't know what I was expecting. It wasn't that. Oh. That's different.